What's good? It's today Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to the Sorry It's True podcast. It's your boy ARP. Um, feeling a little under the weather right now. I got shitty energy. I had a fucked up day, but I'm here to podcast live for you guys. No, I'm just joking. Really, why my voice sounded like that is because when I hit the fucking live to start the stream, I'm like, where's Saga? You battle rappers. Always late. The only issues I've ever had time wise at a RBE battle rap event was because of a battle rapper. Always late. I said 6:30, Saga. 6:30. It's easy. See how I did that? I looked at the stream, I looked at the clock, 6:30, I started. Yo, shout out to everybody on the way in. We're gonna talk about the title here. It says Jae Millz and Goodz address the battle. They both dropped blogs. I just happened to be on the phone with the Saga like 10, 15 minutes ago. It was purely random, so I'm joking, people. I expect him to still be getting himself in place. If he pulls up in about 5, 10 minutes or whatever, I'll join him into the stream. Maybe we'll have some fun. Speaking of the, oh, I can't even say that. I can't say speaking of the right because it's Saga. I almost said.
Nah, you can't even do that, man. Come on.
Did you hear me saying that in the
Yeah,
lobby?
speaking. Yeah, like come on,
Oh
man.
my!
What an
Because I was in the
intro,
middle of
man.
talking about you, and then you popped in the lobby, and I was like,
Come
speaking of the
on,
wait,
man.
wait, wait.
Yeah,
I
hold
caught
on.
myself.
First and foremost, praise God. Praise God. We had to hit one of those real quick. What's
What's up,
going
man? How
on,
you
champ? What's going on,
feeling,
brother? How
man? How
you
you
feeling,
feeling,
brother?
man? I'm
I'm
good, man.
blessed,
Good to
man.
see you.
Can't I
Good to
can't
see you,
complain.
man.
Likewise, man. Likewise, man. Honored to be here, man.
Likewise, glad you're here. Lux voice, man. You looking good, handsome.
Man, I'm trying my best. You know what I mean? I ain't in no $100,000 car, but I'm getting by.
Come on, man. See, you're starting already. We didn't
I'm
even
just,
get to
I'm just,
nothing
I'm
yet.
just chilling. I'm just chilling.
But why?
How
Why
was
of
your day?
all numbers in the world use 100,000?
Man, I don't know. Like the Lord put it in my heart. I feel like I heard it somewhere.
You
I feel
see,
like I heard it.
guys. You see, guys. He's acting out already. He's
I
acting out.
know. Chill. I'm just a man who enjoys the fine art of battle rap and music. That's all.
Are you driving right now, man? I don't know, man. Don't put me in the mix of that, man.
Nah, I'm straight, gang. I'm straight, man. What's good with you? Talk to me.
All right, cool, cool, cool. So you see the title I got up here. I don't know if you got a chance to read it. It says Jae Millz and Goodz address the battle. The
Yeah.
Saga joins live, but my thumbnail says, "Is the battle done? Like, is it over now?" So let me start here, sir. As a battle rapper, somebody that is fully entrenched in the world of battle rap and the artistry of it,
Yeah.
are you fully up to speed with all of the elements of the Goodz and Jae Millz back and forth?
Yeah, no, I've been watching like everybody else. I'm a fan of just watching great art go back and forth. So I've definitely just sat back, watched every blog, every diss, every response, every rebuttal. So I think I'm pretty well up to speed with what's going on.
Good
For
to hear.
sure.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Well, since you're deep in into the whole situation and you aware of the back and forth, let me start in the beginning. What's your thoughts about
Yeah.
how the battle even started
Right.
to begin with?
Are we talking between the blog, like at the podcast, or are we talking between the initial DNA, J Mill, back and forth saga? No pun intended.
I would say if you was in the from the outside looking in, from seeing J Mills,
Yeah.
DNA, and Goods, what is your overall take and
Right.
perception and just your whole vibe of just how it all started? Because some of that can change person to person on rights, wrongs, missteps, who started it, who didn't. Did you jump out the window? All of that. So I know everybody's got a different take. So I'm curious of yours.
I think there was a little bit of jumping out the window on Good's
Mm,
end. I think of how it was initially handled,
okay.
but I think if I were to put it under any umbrella, it would just be completely underestimating somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of this was approached on just not really appreciating what Jay Mills can do, um,
Mm,
or
mm,
underestimating what things could be.
okay.
You know what I mean? I think
Okay.
where things differ for me in regards to who approached it better, I personally would want to say that as we traveled along, I think we saw the difference in who cared a little bit more between when DNA approached it and when Goodz approached it. So yeah, but I think it was
It's
just a lack of really. It was a lot of underestimating somebody for sure. I'll say that for sure.
I have seen the theme of underestimating,
Yeah,
let's say, a legend or a fellow artist or somebody that got staying in the game,
yeah,
regardless of the era. But when you say, like that early misstep is in regards to jumping out of the window, like give
yeah.
me a little bit more context there. Like who jumped out the window and how so in your eyes?
I think initially, if we're going back to even when they had their first little disagreement within Good Store, um, it came off as so like Goods came off as very like, hey, like I'm low key doing you the favor, like I'm kind of little man in you right now. I don't really need this. You just another guest type thing. And
Mm,
Jae Millz, I think he came with a little bit more of a humble approach, trying to say, "Hey, look, I want to highlight
mm,
your business. I want to do this, that, and the third." And it just seemed like there was like I don't really need to do this, Mills. You're not that popping. That's how it came off, attitude and tone wise, with how things were, how things was
okay.
delivered. You know what I mean? So I just think it was underestimating people and just like really not really appreciating what people have laid down the foundation of and how much they can actually still bring to the game. So
That gives me such a layered question. So, man, do you feel like if somebody was if Jay Mills was underestimated in that respect, why
yeah,
would Goods underestimate him? Is it because the segment where Mills was doing music and he was kind of away from battle rap? Is it because his performances when he returned to battle rap? Is it because we haven't heard a big hit single? Like, why do you think that whether Goods or anybody would underestimate a fellow rapper that has already shown the ability, especially on beat, to get
yeah.
busy? Why do you perceive that?
Now, I'll just say this stuff. Anybody who's in the comments, this is just my perspective on things. Like I like to be realistic with how I view things, and I'm not viewing it from a bias because DNA is my man's. I'm not really that cool with Goods. Like we know each other. I have a pretty good relationship with Jae Millz, so there's no real bias. I have no dog in the race in regards to like I'm leaning on one thing towards the other. But what I will say is that I think because of the state of how battle rap is a what have you done for me lately type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So if we're judging that off of what Mills has done lately, there's not enough motion that works in his favor in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Like the last couple of performances he had battled John. It was good, but it wasn't talked about enough. He had hit ENS a few years ago on RBE and a few other things, but it just nothing worked or attributed to the respect that he still deserves. So it's like, what have you done for me lately? So it's like, man, like Mills, you're not even relevant in current time. So I can understand if you're Goods and you hold yourself to a high regard, you're looking at a Jay Mills and saying, what have you brought to the marketplace as of late for me to respect what you're doing now? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Hence the whole
But I think
update
that's
your
where the first
resume.
misstep happened. Yeah, and it's
Mm.
update your resume. It update your resume. It was another thing as well. But like, yeah, I think it's just like, what have you done lately to think you can talk like this? And it's like, man, we forget certain things until we're reminded in real time. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. I love that perspective from you. There tends to be the perception that a musical artist would struggle greatly trying to come into the world of a cappella on stage battle rap. And I totally believe that as well.
Yeah,
Um, we've seen examples of that. Like one of the worst ones is like a cannabis. And, it would happen across the board, with so many of our greats
yeah,
trying to get in conventional a cappella modern day battle rap, they will fall flat. Whereas the reverse of it, somebody that could be established or have a legacy as a battle rapper, I would assume it's easier for them to make music than in the reverse. So let me ask you this. Seeing Jay Mill's ability on stage, right? When you mentioned
yeah,
battles like his John battle, his Ness battle, etc., and your
yeah,
feedback for matchups like that, what would
yeah.
have been prior to hearing him with his first release versus DNA, and then later on versus Goodz, what would have been your thought as far as his ability to have a battle rap on beat at that point before he started? Because
Say one more
obviously
time. What
it,
what what was been? Say it again after.
what would have been if you were on if you were in DNA shoes or in Good shoes, and this is before any diss tracks dropped, but
Yeah.
you have seen the battles that you reference: Jae Millz versus John, Jae Millz versus
Right. Right.
Ness.
Right.
How much
What's up?
of a threat would you
Yeah.
then consider Jae Millz to be on beats as a battler before you heard a single diss
Yeah.
track
Oh man,
released?
listen. Yeah, listen. If I'm DNA or if I'm Goods, um, I'm learning to differentiate the two. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
if I think I could smoke him in a battle, that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. You know what I'm saying? Battle rap is a totally different art form than actually making palatable music, whether you're dissing them or not. That in itself is a craft. You know what I'm saying? It's a very skill. It's a skill a lot of people in battle rap may not hold to the degree that they think they do. So if I'm thinking if we're taking this to beats, if we're taking this on wax, I have to do my homework a little bit more outside of my okay, he's trash against John, or he's terrible versus Enes, he's this and that. I gotta really listen to what he's done musically to see where he's at. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why I'm always gonna go back to what differentiates DNA from Goods, because I think DNA approached it from a more artistic perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I think there was more of intentionality to not just diss my opponent, but to do so in a palatable way that it's like, oh, I could listen to this like it's an actual song, but it's still something direct to who I'm talking to. Yeah, but if we're talking
Okay.
about Jae Millz, let's not forget he's a pioneer in battle rap, but he is a versatile recording artist. We can't lose that. He's a recording artist. You know what I'm saying? So he knows how to ride pockets and knows how to the flows, the syllable counts and whatnot. He knows how to attack things on a regular for just verses on regular songs. So yeah, my
Right.
my my mindset will be on something totally different. I'm not thinking about 3 rounds of battle. I gotta meet him on his home court with this.
Okay.
That's
I
just my
like that
perspective.
perspective. I
Yeah,
like hearing that from a fellow rapper. Okay. So that's the beginning. That's the
yeah,
intro. That's the kickoff. That's how it all started. Hearing that from the saga. Now I'm gonna end off obviously with the blogs and what you see from your opinions, and I got some questions there. Now I want to go to the
please.
middle, which I'm gonna call all the rounds collectively between DNA, Goods, and Jae Millz. Right? I don't want to ask you
Right.
who do you think won, who do you think lost. I want to make it a little bit more interesting. I want to ask you if
Talk to me.
you
Talk to
were
me.
in. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go DNA, then I'm gonna go Jae Millz, then I'm gonna go Goods, and for each one, I'm going to ask you two things that if you were in that person's shoes, you would do differently. And one thing, if you were in that person's shoes, you
Mm.
would say, this was perfect. I would have did the same thing if I could, if I had a time machine. Okay. So we're gonna go to DNA
Okay,
first.
got you.
What is two things if you were
Right.
DNA that during the course of all of his battles or all his songs that were released that you would have done differently?
Um, it's always difficult to kind of put that out there on some like, man, I would have did this differently because in hindsight,
Hindsight.
you
No, no,
thinking in
do
the
it in
moment
hindsight.
that's the right
Do it
decision
in
to make.
hindsight.
You know what I'm saying?
Do it in hindsight. It's all good. Do it in
Oh
hindsight.
yeah,
It's all good.
I mean,
Do it in hindsight.
if yeah, no, if I'm personally thinking about it, like I'm thinking to myself, like I would have made the first freestyle an actual record instead of it just being I'm outside rapping to rapping to the phone or whatever, which I consider the initial call out. Like I wouldn't even consider that a round. It's more like a like throwing a rock out the door, like yo, come outside. We outside with it, but people count that as a round. I would say if there's anything to take away, I would just have made the first joint an actual freestyle, like on a beat, recorded, the same way he approached the rest of the rounds. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed Life of Jarvis. I showed I appreciated the versatility in that. I wouldn't have taken anything away from that. That third record, Dirty Kitchen?
Dirty Kitchen, yeah.
Dirty Kitchen. I think personally, I think those were the best beats of DNA's material. Shouts to Rain. Um, those he was flowing, he was in pockets, he was wilding out. I wish that second record at the end was a lot longer, but I think I would have wished that the battle could have just continued between Jae Millz and DNA, because I would have preferred that more.
Mm,
Like, I wish there was more rounds, honestly. I would have,
mm,
like, I don't even think Goodz needed to jump out the window. If this could have been DNA
mm.
and Jae Millz, and we'd have got a more entertaining fight, personally. Um,
Got you.
yeah, I
So
just, yeah,
that's one thing. That's one thing you would change. Do you have a second
yeah.
for DNA in hindsight? Do you have a second?
Um, well, yeah, I would say the first one would be to make the actual freestyle, the call out freestyle, the actual song, and the second would have had to have been if you made the third, Dirty Kitchen, if you would have made that second verse an actual freestyle as well, so it would have been like a 4 or 5 minute joint. You know what I mean? I think
Got
that's
you.
where, like, that's what I'm realizing. These last rounds are like masterpieces. So I would have just extended those two freestyles and just give it one last punch before the bell rung. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and that beat switch was crazy in Dirty
yeah,
Kitchen.
that
Okay,
was
for
insane.
DNA, it was, it
It's
was.
crazy.
I loved it. I loved it. All right, now closing out DNA, give me one thing, and once again, in hindsight, that you look at and you'd be like, that right there, you did that. You did that. I would keep that the same. That would be my first priority if I was in your shoes and I had a time machine to go back and do it all over again. What's the one thing that you put that spotlight on for DNA?
That he did right. I think
Yeah.
I think song selection. I think that third round was the best way to end it. The Dirty Kitchen was the perfect way to end it, because you didn't want to meet Jae Millz too much in a flow, rhythm, up tempo, groovy type of styles of rap, though that Jae Millz can do it as well. I think you ended on a serious note. The bars, the aesthetic, everything, the production was great. I wouldn't have, like, if the order was different, I'd have been a little disappointed. Like, I think that was a great way to end that. And truth be told, because Dina is my brother, man. Like, he had a lot more in the clip. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? He had I heard at least four more records that never made it to see the,
Whoa.
you know.
Oh, hold
But
on,
this
man.
is
This
but
this is our culture down here, man. We be hearing shit like, yo, Kendrick had 10 on Tuck.
no, 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 no.
Hey, we want to hear
I
this
know.
type
So I'm saying
shit, man.
I heard four, but it's like, this is how much, and this is why I'm gonna go back to intentionality and really caring about the final product, because
Mm,
like, we're not just putting out something super fast to get it out. Like, he's a very methodic rapper, so he's gonna think things through. Like, yo, is this worth it? I don't like this one. You know what? Boom. And he's like, he picked what best represented him. That's why I would have enjoyed more J Mill's DNA, because I feel like we would have got more of those rounds. But he did what was best for him, and I think it worked out to his favor in regards to, like, people enjoyed that battle. You know what I mean? I think that's the
got
most
you.
important one.
Got you. Got you. Okay, let's do the same
For
thing
sure.
now. Let's go to Jae Millz. Give me the two missteps in hindsight that you would say, hey, if it was me, man, I had a time machine, I'd go back and I wouldn't do these two things for Jae Millz.
What would be Shoot, man. Hold on. Wait, you can hear me? You can hear
I
me now?
got you. I got you. You
Okay.
good?
All right, bad. Okay, yeah. My bad. I guess I switched the audio over to my car. But yeah, what would I say for Jay Mills? I enjoyed the DNA ain't never been outside flow, the production, the feel of it. I thought it was a bit of a light jab in regards to how we approached verb, like with the verse.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It just seemed very playful. And I think, yeah, everybody wants a not like us. Everybody wants something that everybody can bob to. But I feel like if we got to make the main thing the main thing. So my biggest concern was
Mm,
that the beat was so much of a catchy thing that we're losing sense of what we're here for. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to
mm,
jab fun at the DNA ain't been outside. Yeah, he ain't really outside. Cool. But like, I just, let's not make this a not like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this personally. You know what I mean? I would have been a little more serious in some ways on that. So I would say, yeah, the DNA ain't never been outside. I think the beat made him pull back a little bit more on how he could have went crazier. You know what I mean?
mm. Okay. Interesting to
That's
hear that because that is there's a big consensus for that being like more critically acclaimed. Like even when I had Mickey on with me the other day for him, that's like the number one, like DNA never
Really?
been outside. Yeah, yeah. But to hear a different perspective, everybody's got their own opinion.
Oh, no,
Whereas it
for
looked
sure, for
like
sure.
you wanted to stay more in a certain pocket, and you felt like that was a little bit too, like you said, the bop or like the Kendrick, they
Yeah,
not like us, and you wanted something else. Okay, I get it. I like to hear the different perspectives. Okay,
yeah.
all
Me
right. Give me
personally, me
two.
personally.
Give me the second one for
Uh,
Jae Millz.
honestly, and I'm gonna attribute this. This is gonna be for Jae Millz, and it's also gonna bleed into Goodz a little bit. But I also believe that there was just overall with the entire battle, the oversaturated use of AI hooks became something that was hard for me to get with.
Okay.
I get it. I get it. Like, you want to make something direct to your whoever you're battling or whoever you're making a song about, but the like, sit your weapons down, like DNA ain't never been nowhere. Like I get it, guys. Suno, shouts to Suno, shouts to Baby Timbo. Everything can't be an orchestra of Goodz got leather jeans. Like, we can't do that everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It's cool. Technology is incredible. But can we get some, like, I love when things are like handcrafted, really catered. Let's get some real singers in on this. Let's cater something that feels organic. Let's cater something that feels like, yeah, I called in my mans who sing from the block. He did this hook. We wrote it. Like, you just putting in a few prompts. It takes away from the authenticity of a diss record. You know what I'm saying? But that's just
Okay.
me personally. So that'll be my take. That would be my second, but that would kind of like cover a lot of ground. Like, the AI hooks
Got you.
became a little bit overwhelming. You know what I
Got
mean?
you. Got you. Got you. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people in the midst of this battle probably started paying attention to it more because it became a battle of the producers. So people thought about it more, whereas the convenience of something where people are dropping every 24 hours, I don't know if people would have focused on the AI element unless it was being called out by the producers getting into things a little bit, who's biting, whose sounds is different, and et cetera, et cetera. But I guess maybe you would have been paying
Yeah.
attention to it either way. But I feel like the average ear from just the fans watching in, I don't know if anybody would have been having a call out like that, until it really started getting talked about a bit more. I'm curious. Ever
Yeah.
since Drake did the Tupac and
Yeah,
the
it
Snoop
just
voice. Yeah.
it for me personally, it became too obvious.
Got you. Got you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, for me
Give
personally,
me.
it became too obvious. Like, it's like I can kind of detect AI audio and AI hooks or AI music, and it's just like, come on, guys. Like, I get it, but let's be serious.
Okay. That sounds like it's coming from an artist, man. I respect it. I
Yeah,
respect it. All right, give me the one thing now for Jae Millz that you're
yeah,
like, man, you
yeah,
did that. Like that's number one priority. Keep that from now on going forward. You did that. I would have did the same shit. The one thing.
um man, I would just say one thing I could say overall about everything he's done in all the rounds, every verse. He shows why he is a masterful recording artist. He knows how to pick his pockets. He knows how to stay in a certain groove to where, like, you have no choice but to groove with it, but you're also getting the conviction in the bars. Like, you're getting this in every verse that he's done has been masterful as a recording artist. You know what I mean? Like,
Agreed.
he's not trying to
Agreed.
battle rap on a beat. He just so happens to be dissing you, but he's so in a recording artist fashion. You know what I'm saying? So that was, for me personally, that
Mm,
was the biggest takeaway. Like, he's approaching these joints like records. It just so happens that you're the
mm.
target. It just so happens that you're
I like this breakdown that he's saying, y'all. We getting a little bit of hiccups with his connection, but I like this breakdown that he's saying right now. All right, Saga. I don't know if you can hear us on the other side, but you breaking up. You frozen, G. You frozen. All right, as Saga gets unfrozen, because we're gonna move into the goods piece of this now. As Saga comes back, I do. Oh, we got you back. We got you back. You good? Can you hear us?
yeah, my bad. I'm over here driving from New York to Jersey, man.
Nah, you good, G. You good, G. Nah, I like what you were saying. Like we lost you at the point where you were saying it's not like he's trying to be a battle rapper on beat. It's more so he's creating music and you happen to be the target.
Right. So it's just really is just about him. He's approaching things not from a battle rapper perspective, because like, you know, some people have this idea that if I battle rap on beat, it'll translate the same, and it's just those are two different worlds, you know. So I don't think he was approaching this like a battle rapper. I think he approached it like, hey, I'm a recording artist who also battle raps, which a lot of us are. I feel like, you know, there's certain artists in battle rap that can do this. They can literally change hats masterfully. You know, like, you know, Luke Castro, Tay Rock, Chess, Twerk, Rum Nitty, Rada, myself. Like, a lot of people can take off that hat and be an artist, but still approach things just like topic wise and not feel like I'm battling you. You know what I mean?
I like that. And there is a big difference. I remember Eminem used to give the example of his voice and his lyrics and his flow being actually inserted and a part of the beat. And I was just like, oh, like when you think about it from that standpoint. And then when he got into his own production and you would hear how he would compliment himself with that beat and almost like it's like an instrument within itself. It's just like, yeah, it's a different level of concept and actually being an artist. And instead of like just writing some shit and putting it on top of some music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different ball game.
I agree.
Totally
I agree.
Ball game.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Goodz, man.
That's just where I stand on that, you know. I don't want to do it. No, I'm good. I'm good.
This guy. No, we go. Let's do the trifecta. We're doing the trifecta. All right, let's go here first. What's the first thing, or the one thing that?
Because like, you know, I don't want my honesty. I don't want my honesty, bro. I don't want my honesty to come off as hate. Because I feel like
the chat is all here in support of your honesty. Like, I know you can't see the chat right now. If you switch your shit right now to the live section, they all fucking with you. They like no, he's talking, and like everybody in the chat, they here for honesty, G. They here for honesty.
Hey, you know I appreciate that, man. I'll be in the chat with y'all when I'm down here.
If they wanted the same old ARP type of thought patterns every damn day, then they would tell me don't never have a guest on. So we here for this, regardless of which route you go, G.
I look, I know I'm gonna get lit up. I don't even think Good likes me like that. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. That's what I'm saying, though. I don't want to just say it. I don't want to just say it and it just comes off a certain way.
This is the
I'm
good.
Just being real with.
This is the good. This is the good thing that you said that. Right now, let's do the one. Let's keep it consistent, like we did with Millz and we did with DNA. We're being consistent. What's the one thing, if you were good, you would be like, I would keep that, even in hindsight?
I would keep that.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I wouldn't have kept anything. Everything has to go. I'm sorry. Everything has to go. No,
make it sound like a sale.
Listen. Now look, okay, you know what? Cool. Look, okay. Shouts to Merrick City. I know Merrick City. You know, Merrick, he's from Queens. You know what I mean? Shouts to Merrick. You know what I mean? Nothing but love, gang. You know what I mean? The beats were dope. I'm not gonna take that away from you. So if I'm gonna be that critical, the only thing I would keep is the beats. Everything else, verse, the hooks, the AI, the fire in your hair, the complaining about AI, but you're using AI for 6 rounds, everything. Everything has to go. Like, I wasn't a fan of anything. And I'm just coming at it from a lyrical standpoint. I'm coming at it from a recording artist. I'm a recording artist myself. I'm not just looking at it from a battle rap standpoint. Like, as a recording artist, as a battle rapper, and not just a battle rap. I'm a vet, bro. I'm like 10 plus. I done seen the best of them. I done seen the worst of them. This might be some of the nastiest work available with a money back guarantee. I wasn't a fan of any of it.
With a money back guarantee. Yeah, you say everything gotta go.
The nastiest work available with a money back guarantee, bro. If you money back guarantee, if you find any nastier work than this, it was nasty.
Damn. I asked you for your unfiltered, honest opinion. So I respect, sir. Respect. All right, give me the two things that you would.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. Like, I don't want to come off as hate. I really don't want to, because I don't want to. He's already in the mode of like thinking everything is hate. I'm just being honest about
Well, I think
I have
we're
no
gonna.
dog in the
I think
race. Like I
we're gonna.
just, I,
Yeah, I think you and I will close like that. We'll get to the blogs. We'll have some feedback, you and I, on the blogs, a dialect on the blogs, and that'll be the 3 chapters that you and I'll close. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to feel that pressure, G. Like, I think there's a difference between
no. I'm
just
just,
respecting honest
I don't want
feedback
no
and
blog. I
yeah.
don't want no blog about me. I just don't want no blog from him about me. I don't want no diss record. Listen,
Yeah, I
just,
don't think that would happen. Yeah.
cause I've been praying somebody get at me, but I'm like, nah, this ain't my fight. This ain't my fight. But you know,
It sounds like you want smoke a
um,
little bit.
you said then, you know what it
Give
is
me
though?
the
It's the
two. Give me
competitive
the
nature.
two.
It's the competitive nature, bro.
No, I get it. I get it. That's why I like having artists up here with me at times, because it's a whole different perspective that I could rely on y'all for. So give me the 2. I know you said Fire Sale, Die Hard, Everything Must Go. Just give me the 2 worst things. And this is just consistency. We did it for Jae Millz. We did it for DNA. What is it for Goodz? The 2 worst things in your opinion.
The 2 worst things, I would say, if I'm being specific, like I said, it kind of bled off from Jae Millz. I would say the AI hooks. Definitely, I didn't like any of the AI hooks that Goodz did. But if I have to choose another thing, I would just say it just, if there was anything I could take away from Goodz, man, it really would just be the verses, and that's every single verse,
Dang.
every single verse, every single verse. I wasn't wild. I'll tell you this much. To be fair, what I considered my favorite, if that's, and I use that word loosely, my favorite verse from him, or perspective wise, was the Stan remake. I appreciated the change in tone. I appreciated the change in tone. It wasn't as aggressive, but he was more so like, I'm condescending. I'm this and that. Like, wait, you ain't got a store. Something. Like, oh, the guy that took your spot. Like, I like the way he changed up what I'm used to hearing from him. But like, it still wasn't. Damn. Put that in rice. It's
This guy.
Put that in rice.
Yeah, I asked you to be unfiltered for all 3 guys. So listen,
Yeah.
this is what happens when I was telling the chat before you joined. You and I decided to just jump on stream together 10 minutes before it started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like Saga hit me the other day, and I was in the middle of something, and I jumped, and then right before I was getting a stream together, I called him back. I said, "Oh damn, my bad! I almost forgot to call you back, G. How you, boo boo?" And then we just started talking about the battle, and I was like, "Well, while I'm setting up the stream, do you want to join the stream?" And we didn't even get a chance to get into detail and talk about the back and forth. I was just like, we could just say whatever we're gonna say on live if you want. And he was like, "Yo, hit me. Send me the link." And I was like, "So we here."
You know?
So yeah, this is 10 minutes before we started, people. No scripted or whatever. And I asked for the man's honesty.
Super improv.
Yeah.
Super improv. Yeah. It's like impromptu. It's like improv. We're off the top with it. You know what I mean?
All right, let's get to it now. I see a lot of controversy. Let me try to see if I can switch these screens up. All right. Oh, this is actually your battle, sir. I was gonna play this if you was gonna be late. This is you and Young Ill, but I'll get back to that.
Man.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll probably wait for you to drop or something. Play it on my own or something. Do a little reaction.
Full circle. Shots, you know what I mean?
All right, let me bring
circle.
up. I see a lot of talk about it today. I'm gonna play a clip from Goodz, and then we'll play a clip from Jae Millz. I played every piece of content pretty much, and the reason why these are the only blogs that I played is because I believe at this point these blogs are pretty much signaling to all of us that it's done. It's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So play a little bit of the Goodz.
Slick Short God, Slick Walk Nation. All right. You see, I wasn't blogging. I wasn't doing none of that because I was focused on this battle. I was in that studio locked in. So I didn't want to do no blogs, none of that. I let him go. But
I heard you sigh, man. It sounds like you just watched this like an hour before we came on stream and you already have your response.
Yeah.
I'll let you go, and I won't have to play it then. If you already got something that's on your chest.
No. For those who aren't up to date, for those who are watching it for the first time with you and us, you know what I'm saying? If they want to.
Got you. All right. Okay, cool.
Between do blogs and try to change your mind on things. One thing I realized about this whole thing is this. When you going against a lame, you going against a million lames. You going against a million haters, right? So I'm not just going against him. I'm going against everybody that hates on me out loud, everybody that hates on me on the low. Everybody comes out, right? But let me say this though. I stopped everything I was doing. All the business shit I be doing, I stopped all of that to give y'all a great battle. I stopped all that, locked in the studio to give y'all a great battle. Word. So to everybody that
Okay, 2 points were made there so far, sir. What's going on out there in some of the battle rappers' minds? You know, I'm a whole fan, podcaster, reactor, league owner point of view. What's going on in some of the battle rappers' minds?
I mean, I'll say this, right? Like it's a humbling situation can vary how you respond to things. It can vary how you respond to things. I promise you right now, you can tell by who's responding the loudest, who was humbled and who was doing the humbling. With everything that Goodz contributed to the battle, it doesn't even seem as confident. He doesn't seem confident. This whole thing of just driving everything to haters, and when you're dealing with a lame, there's a million lames behind him. Like, I hate to be a broken record and repeat things, but to be completely fair, Goodz, you've been one of the top dogs in this culture. With all due respect, you've been one of the top dogs in the culture for a decade plus, probably even longer than that, if I'm being honest. Like, I grew up watching y'all. You've always been favored as one of those greats. You've never really had hate on your jacket as much. You may have some people that may not agree with you here and there, but you can't say that everybody that disagrees with you was a lame. That's so dismissive of the actual point. Listen to the ear of the culture that you're actually feeding, the fans, the people that support you. If they don't agree with you, they're lame. I don't think that's fair to the supporters. I don't think that's fair to the bloggers. And it's not fair to yourself. You're not being real with yourself at a certain time. Like, you've heard the saying before, Jay, like ARP, like if a lot of people are saying the same thing about you, it must be true, right? If a lot of people are saying the same thing, it's like, okay, there may be some truth. Let me actually re-examine. So I think it's just like, it's very deflective. It comes off very deflective. Oh, if they don't like my diss records, if they think I lost, they're lame. I don't think there's a lot of accountability in that. You know what I'm saying? I think that was corny.
Okay. I'm going to, because him getting into the sneaker thing, I'll skip that because I believe that's what he gets into next. Let me bring up a piece of Jae Millz.
Right.
Might as well play like the first 30 seconds the same way we did for Goodz.
Hey, yo, Big, am I trouble or what? I swear they had never heard artists with such colorful touch than what we do right now. Yeah. All the way from the 212 to you, it's Black Glove Millzy. If you don't feel me, jump on the beat and kill me. You feel me? Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. If you're new here, let me tell you what we do here. I need you to like this video, hype this video, leave a comment, join the conversation, and enjoy yourself. Goodz.
The fucking ether.
Did I not tell you I was going to drag you to hell? Did I not tell y'all I was going to drag that sassy, light-skinned Bronx nigga to hell?
No.
I don't want to hear shit about your livelihood, little nigga.
Nah, bro.
Hear shit about your livelihood. You did a whole song called Jae Millz. Like my son ain't in college and he don't play football. Like
This
he
is
ain't
the
got to
point
go
I
in the
wanted.
locker room. Like my mom's ain't on the gram, nigga. Like my daughter don't got a smartphone. Like my fiance ain't on the gram. Nigga, who the fuck you calling Jae Millz? You out here selling Steve Maddens, sassy nigga. Nigga rapped about my fiance for 5 whole fucking songs and I let you rock, nigga. I let you rock. Only because I said we gonna keep it battle rap. And I can't rap about his chick because the nigga don't never show him. You know why? Because me and my niggas is snipers.
Whew. So one thing that I wanted to definitely grab from that was the response to, because all right, let me take a step backwards. Let me pull you and I up here on the big screens. All right, let me take a step backwards. So like 2 streams back, I think I said, people, whether y'all realize it or not, this is war. And I don't know if they're at a point of return because I just felt a shift or a raise of energy. I just felt like, you know, there'd be some times where there'd be like the tension in front of the camera and maybe the 2 guys is texting each other, let's put on a show or what, you know what I'm saying? I felt it jump and escalate, definitely, if not for nothing, by the time he got to his last release. Right, because when he dropped that threat on Instagram, I was just like, I don't know. I thought he was gonna like try to put out his address or some shit. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So I felt it, and I look around now and there's 2 blogs, and it's confirmed. Like they don't fuck with each other. But one thing that Millz is doing there is he's responding to the narrative of attacking Goodz' livelihood or his business by saying, you know, you did things like talk about my wife, or you calling me gay, etc. You know what? Let me take that now into asking you the question, because depending on the battler, everybody's different. Some people say they have certain lines. Other battle rappers say, no, it's the Arsenal rules, Arsenal the Rebel rules. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about things escalating based on the 2 things that came about in this specific case related to the things that Goodz had said and done and the things that Jae Millz has said and done? What do you think?
I mean, I hate to be somebody that sounds, but I think Jae Millz got to those very valid points extremely early within a blog. Like he stated his case extremely. Listen,
allowed me to
like
just
he got to his point extremely fast. Like yo, we only played about 20-30 seconds. We only played about, and in that 20 seconds of what Goodz was talking about, like it's more so, hey y'all, I just stepped away from business to give y'all a great battle. I hope y'all enjoyed it, blah, blah. And then like Jae Millz like, yo, I'm only jumping out the window because you said this about me, bro. Like my kids ain't gonna see this, and you talked about my fiance, and it's like, oh, like okay, we might be going somewhere with this. And he's making his point very known, very valid, very plain to see. We're not going through 15 minutes of whatever. He's getting straight to it. Yo, I felt violated. You called me this. You said this about my girl. Like, nah, like you tweaking, gang. So, I mean, I'm and like I said before, like you could tell by the first couple of seconds of the vlog who did the humbling and who was humbled. Like you can tell Jay's on cloud 9 right now. He's on 1,000. Like he's like, yeah, like I told you I was going to do this, and I was motivated and fueled by the fact that you underestimated me. You thought you can talk down on me because I haven't brought what you think I brought to the marketplace, like, or battle rap, or I'm not as relevant. It's like, nah, that all fueled me. And the fact that you started talking about my girl is up. So he got to his points extremely fast, and it's like I understand I watched that vlog, and I low-key kind of agree with a lot of things that Millz said, like like yeah.
So granted, that could be the end game right there, those 2 blogs. Would you
it needs
support to be. You just answered my question, because I was gonna say could there be anything to come from either side that you would feel like, okay, that's the last piece that you maybe feel was that you wanted to see? I know Millz mentioned, doing a flow or possibly some beats that Goodz did. Goodz mentioned a couple more blogs coming, but Goodz, I don't think Goodz from in that blog right there, he's talking like he's dropping more music. So do you feel like this should be the absolute end of everything right here, or do you want to see them on stage, or where you at now, fourth quarter?
Nah, I think if anything, personally, I would have preferred them on stage before this, if anything. But since we're here, we're here. There's no like we can't play, 2K. I'll smoke you in 2K, and then you say, but you can't beat me in Madden. No, I'll wash you in Madden, or I'll wash you in like him. Like, no, we playing 2K's the thing. We playing 2K, bro. You mad at me because you chose the Spurs, brother. I washed you. It's like it is what it is. So it's like, yo, since we're here, let's make this the main thing. We're throwing disc records, and with that being said, I think if those are their last rounds, I don't even want to see too many blogs after it. I feel like a lot of points were proven in these 6 rounds. Like I think even with Goodz doing more blogs, if there was anything else to explain, you should have taken your time, waited for him to drop, really assess the situation, and drop something that feels like a response and kind of an attack. But anything else just seems like it doesn't work in your favor how you think it should. It's not going to work like that. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't think it's going to work that well. Okay. It should end here. End here.
So that leads me to the final piece then. So if that is the end of the battle officially, what's next for both? And you know what? Let me add more to that question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No problem.
When you answer that question, try to answer it from an entertainment standpoint as well as fielding the aftermath of the battle.
Right. Entertainment standpoint, I think if I'm going to speak, I'm going to speak on all 3. I'm going to speak on DNA, Jae Millz, and Goodz. I think Jae Millz, I think now, if you haven't been, I think a project should be worked on, or you should make these records DSP available. You capitalize off this and put out some music, brother. Put out some music. Your name is ringing right now. You have incredible music out already, and I think capitalize off this, put out more music, and get a battle if that's something you choose to do. Get a battle that means something to you. You know what I mean? Whether it's okay, if you don't want to battle Goodz, you never say you wouldn't battle DNA. Maybe something can happen where you and DNA revisit this 3 rounds in a battle, or use this to your benefit to get back in the ring how you see fit. But at the very least, I would love to hear music from you. You know what I mean? Put out a project. People needed to be reminded that you're crazy on record. Goodz, I think right now, at this point in time, I think the main thing for him is just to repair any damage, no pun intended, repair any damage done to his brand, get back right with the audience, get back right with the people and the culture that supported him for all these years. I would even say, since you're in this mood, I would love to see you back in the ring. You know what I mean? Why not? Go get a battle, make something worthwhile. You know what I mean? Let's drive the attention away from this so it's not too damaging. I think the fans would love to see you back in the ring. Since you're in this dissing and battles, and you're in this battle mentality for these diss records, get back in the ring, brother. And I'll say the same for DNA. I think this didn't take away from DNA at all much for me personally. It definitely showed a different side of versatility to DNA on records. But I think the message for all 3 of them across the board would be, listen, we want to see more of you now. Let's get back in that ring. Come on, it's time to get out of retirement. Let's you know what I mean? Let's feed the culture with more of what y'all got to offer. You know what I mean? But Jae Millz specifically, put out more music, please. You know what I mean? DNA, I love DNA's music too. DNA, put out more music. Goodz, I wouldn't put out music, but put out a new sneaker or something. Praise God.
Oh.
Nah, I'm sorry. Was that too soon? That's too soon. That's too soon. I'm sorry.
Hey, everybody. I need some applause in the chat for the Saga coming up here as an artist. The man raps, the man sings, the man battle raps, the man obviously thinks, and him giving his honest take and opinion is something that I respect. When you can give your criticism, when you can give your feedback in a respectful manner, that's what we do over here, people. We respect it. We don't have to agree, But if he comes up here and he carries himself with class and he's not disrespecting nobody, it's an open floor. So applause in the chat for the Saga, y'all. Applause in the chat, man, for the Saga. And listen, I'm not kicking you off, man. You are welcome to stay because I got some quick business to handle real quick. You're welcome. I got some quick business to handle. You welcome.
Hey, well, why not, man? It's me, man.
We'll do a round. We'll do a round.
Let's get around it, bro. Why not?
First and foremost, praise God. Amen. Praise God. Amen. So this what RBE look like, huh? Okay, I'm digging the style. Bunch of killers in a calm aesthetic with a minimal crowd. Learn to cross the bridge that was burning with no permission allowed. Like LeBron left the league that matters, so every jab step is pivotal now. I came to get rid of this pitiful clown. 1-2, get hit in intervals now. Body shots, he ain't critical now. With a combination to oppose the ribs like General Sal. Somebody get him a towel. Like General Sal, somebody get him a towel. Before his blood spill in the crowd, let him start snitching when triggers around. Click it and bow. If this rat-tailed and Prince on a sweeper look like I visit McDowell's, I'll show him a difference in style. If I follow Avo, get cooked evenly when the
Prince on the sweeper is hey, where are you? Hold on.
I'm just listen.
Hey guy.
With a combination to oppose the ribs. With a combination to oppose the ribs like General Sal. All right, brother.
I like the Prince on the sweeper better though.
Prince on the sweeper look like I visit me. All right, brother.
You gotta chill. You gotta chill with that. Hey,
I was getting nothing in that room.
It's a full circle. You know, it's meant to be like that a little bit.
No, stop it. It was like 14. It was 14 St. Louis people in there. I don't even know what they're called. St. Louisans or St. Lunatics. It was about 14 of them.
Prince on the sweeper is. Hey, people, just make sure if you haven't seen that movie, you disassociate yourself from this podcast, watch it,
right? Come
back, and then you're an official member. You know what I'm saying? But
come on,
Prince on a sweeper is stupid. Like
Prince on a sweeper, like a visit McDowell.
Oh shit! Actually, you could have found a way to put Simi in there. You got that?
I could have, yeah. I didn't want to overthink it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I overthink a lot. I would have made it too intricate and just like, you know.
Yeah, the Simi would have worked somehow, but I got you. Okay.
Camera spinning around. You facing a man of God with a cynical smile, killing him foul. I got paid to make an example out of ill. Well, it's a clinical trial. This how it's finna go down. Paid to make an example out of ill. What's a clinical trial? This how it's
paid to make an example. This guy's a fool.
It's a clinical trial, bro. You get paid. You get paid for those. Yeah. Come on, bro. Like I rap really well.
If you want to, yeah.
You know, I down. Your body laid out stiff when I put some damage on you. If I throw you this bows, this square Argona, talking young, lying in pain. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. They ain't make it clear to warn you. While you was cocaine tweaking, no stay leaking, I was putting points on the board for the whole dang season. Now LeBron body and ice pack look like a post-game treatment. Your flow game, LeBron body and ice pack look like a post-game treatment. Your flow game decent, but I ain't taking anything from a death threat set from you. The last time I seen a horseman get ill and die was Red Dead Redemption 2. We project less respect from you, but I'm here to fulfill a plan. Though this was accepted with malice, I'm Ronald Test at the Palace, you know, still a fan. Verb. I'm still a fan. Verb. Holla. One of y'all gonna have to avenge him after I kill your man. You better hope your squad rebuttal or develop carpal tunnel and give ill a hand. But this joint hurts. So many So many styles to attack. I feel schizo fighting them. The impact look like Kimbo striking them. Uppercut, not ill next. Look like a lymph node rising in. If I get pissed though, let a fist go. It's lit, bro. Your funeral home gonna have to get your size again. I don't care if I grew up battling and watching you. It's gonna be more when they have to get your size again. Understand, a man of God, ready to get him not next, like a lymph node rising in. Boy, it gets scary, ill. Buried still.
That's a bridge.
Funeral homes. Pallbearers become pathogens when they...
The scary ill was a bridging or and still here with the pathogens and everything.
Yeah.
The lymph nodes rising and the scary ill and all that. That's all bridging.
Yeah.
Bridging together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all supposed to be transitional for sure.
Oh.
Ill. It's gonna get very real. I should have been left alone, but since I'm using a crackhead to elevate, you a stepping stone. Go ahead and
stop, G.
Come on, bro.
I don't know if I've ever heard a reference of stepping stone though. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Not even on some street shit, some slang shit. Yeah, I never heard that before though. Stepping stone.
I'm a rapper, man. You got to put it together.
If Piper Boy was here, he'd be like, "Rocks in the chat, please.
Rocks in the chat, please." Sorry, y'all. He told. Nah, to say that. That's the Piper Boy, man. That's the Piper Boy, man.
Word. Salute the Piper Boy, man.
Since I'm using a crackhead to elevate, you a stepping stone. Go ahead and mention known. When you die, I'm using young blood to better my looks. This is adrenochrome, so go ahead with them God angles. Try me for a homie. Round one, I just caught another body for the body.
Yeah. Fire. Hey, man, once again, applause in the chat for this, man. Applause in the chat for this, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. Thank y'all.
Always, man. Hey, take yourself out of here, man. We got to link up every once in a while, man, to get an artist perspective such as the Saga, but take yourself out of here, sir.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for having me real quick. Hey, look, my debut album, as of late, out right now. Go get it on all DSPs. Got some new battles on the way. Got some music on the way. Got some merch on the way. A lot of incredible things. ARP, appreciate you for having me, gang.
My God, I appreciate you, G. Make sure you drop that comment below. I'll pin it to the top. Anything you got for sale, or any tickets, anything like that, any merch, any albums, anything, I'll pin it to the top. Drop it in the comments, G.
Got you, brother. Do that right now.
Likewise, G. I got you in a second, my man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out to the Saga, man. Shout out to the Saga. Okay. Do you guys want me to bring any other battlers up? I've been having conversations with a couple battlers about talking about some of the recent stuff going on. I feel like the Goodz and the Jae Millz thing is pretty much done. That's one thing that I did feel that I caught when I was watching Goodz blog. He was talking like in past tense, right? When people talk in past tense like that, that's like they're saying they're done. Because he was saying one thing about this is it made me want to, you know what I'm saying? He's not saying it's making me. He's saying like it made me, you know what I'm saying? So I think Goodz isn't trying to release music anymore. I don't think Jae Millz is trying to release music anymore, as for what he said in his blog too. Maybe a couple blogs to address narratives from both of them, maybe not. You know how entertainment is, you know how even battle rap is. If both of them don't say anything for 24 to 48 hours, it's done. And we damn near everybody forgets about it, meaning everybody just moves on to the next. We really need to be talking more about all of this Easy and Cassidy stuff, to be honest. And we're going to start to transition a lot more into that. I probably got to get Cassidy up. I probably got to try to get Easy up, both of those guys as well, to talk they talk. I see the stuff going on with K Walker. I see the stuff going on with Reed now. Shout out to all parties involved, man. That's cooking up. They got themselves a rollout happening right now. And I'm interested to see how that turns out. But yes, as far as Jae Millz versus Goodz, y'all drop a comment below if there's any other battlers that you want to come and give their opinion on that back and forth, because it was such a significant back and forth for our culture. Do you want let's Ill Will, Big K, Holla, or you know what I'm saying? Some of these guys are people I've been talking to behind the scenes. So I'm curious if how much they would want to talk in front of their fans as well about the back and forth that it captivated the entire battle rap culture. Okay. So once again, shout out to Jae Millz, shout out to Goodz. Epic thing, even if you guys dislike each other right now. I see somebody put Sirius Jones in the chat. Sure. Sirius is definitely welcome to come up here and talk some shit with me as well. You know, he's a very outspoken person. So I'm curious to see maybe some of his feedback. Okay. Somebody said call Briz. Briz is, of course, welcome up here. Shout out to Briz. Rem be a little bit more quiet these days, man. Y'all didn't gave her too much controversy when she came into battle rap. All she did is try to come in here and help with a bag, and she feel like there's too much going on. She got a brand to protect as well. Maybe sooner or later I'll shoot her a text about it, but I've been leaving Rem alone because I could see like she's just like, you know what, this fucking, let me fall back, you know. So I don't want to put her on the spot. But shout out to Rem. No, I spoke to Rem and Easy on a business call about like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, about something like that. So shout out to them. Chris is here. I came very close to doing a tiering today, Chris. I'll tell you what it was going to be. If the Saga wasn't going to join, I was going to do a tiering and work with the chat about their favorite. I was going to be at the end of my own. I was going to do my own coverage, which I don't have to do now. Now that the Saga did, he spared me. He saved me from it. I was going to do my own coverage, and then I was going to also tier and put into tiers. What blog do you feel how they cover? And I was going to come up with 5 brackets, right? And I'm pretty sure your documentary would have been a part of it. Shout out to you for doing a fucking documentary, man. Like, this guy, he did a documentary before the battle was even over. That's different. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Lush. Shout out to Geechee. Shout out to Arsenal. All my guys. All welcome. All welcome. All welcome. All welcome. Yeah, I want to get Cassidy up here for something totally different. Okay. I had more news to go through, but instead, I think I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow because we are an hour in. So yeah, I'm gonna let that rock. We had Jazz up here the other day. I haven't spoke to Newborn in years. I see y'all. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any supers. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here. I saw this from Jay. Jay says someone flagged Millz' video last night. He had to take a part out. Millz said that there's no beef, but he doesn't F with Goodz and he will not battle him. I saw that in the blog. I don't know what part came out. If I did happen to see it before part came out, I don't remember. I'm not sure. I don't know. I wonder if it was flagged for some content that he may have had in it, because I think all I've seen from his blogs is just him and his little drops, his little ether drop and his no. So I don't know what he would have got flagged for. But okay. I mean, it's obviously, the video's obviously up there now. Shout out to, once again, popular opinion in the building, gifting a membership to the Green Gang. Appreciate you, G. And yes, Jay, clip whatever you want, love. You run all the clips around here right now. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate that. Shout out to Saga once again here. Say appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Yeah, big salute and shout out to the Saga. Street hymns. A-Ward. I might as well complete that little circle, right? You guys come on up here too, man. I love having guests, man, but you know I can carry the weight, but I love hearing those other opinions. So, all right, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Hope y'all have fun with me bringing in somebody else's opinions that y'all have to hear me run my fucking mouth for an hour. But we back tomorrow, y'all. All right.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Without, I think still got a gun.